I have one more question for you guys. I was surprised by this question because the person who asked it to me is not a musician, but they asked a pretty advanced musical question for someone who's not a musician. They're actually a stand-up comedian. So I was like, dude, are you a musician? And they're like, no, and they gave me this whole like backstory about it. I don't know how to say his Instagram handle correctly, but I'm going to try. Eakin the Gellandes pants? I can the gel in these pants? Wait, I don't understand what the fuck. I feel like an idiot right now. Like I'm missing a joke here because he is a comedian. I feel like there's a joke in this and I can't find it because I don't think I'm like pronouncing it correctly. I can the gel in these pants. Whatever. So he asked me, is the 12-tone scale any good, and is it music? The 12-tone scale. So that's an advanced theory concept. I mean, it's not that advanced if you're a musician, but if you're a non-musician, it's probably advanced. I actually have my piano right here. I'm going to pull it in for you guys and we can play. Wait. I don't think you're going to catch the piano in the camera, but I assure you there is a piano here. So let me explain to you what a different type of scale is, so that you can then understand what a 12-tone scale is. So again, I'm trying to simplify it for the listeners who are not musicians. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of like a scale that everybody understands is, what was it, that Sound of Music? Do, a deer, a female deer. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How many notes are in that? Let's count. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So if we call these all tones, how many tones are there? Let's do it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Seems like 8, but actually it's only 7 because do and do are repeated. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So right, there's 2 do's. So technically there's only 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And from that Sound of Music, do, a deer, a female deer, blah, blah, blah. That's where that comes from. So basically a scale is a pattern of tones that are used in music that create music. It's like a pattern. It's like a pattern, a structure of tones. That is probably the most common one that we know. That's the major scale, or some music theory nerds call it the Ionian scale. But anyways, another thing to take note about what a scale is that most scales favor one note as the place you want to go to like finish, you know? There's tension and there's release, you know? It's very sexual, actually. So, for example, what do I mean by the note that you want to go to finish? Listen again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. What happens if I stop there? It feels incomplete. It's like, ugh. Do. Oh, that's where I want to go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right. So there's that one note that we want to go. Do is the favored note of that scale. There's a lot of different scales out there, but that scale, do is the favored note, and a lot of other scales, do is the favored note. Now, what is the 12-tone scale? The 12-tone scale doesn't have 7 notes. It has 12 notes, 12 tones. But the thing is, there is no favored note. So there's no place to go. It's in other words, it's totally free. Like if I want to play something in the key of C using the typical major or Ionian scale that we were talking about, you know, I want to land on that C. But in the 12-tone scale, you don't have to land on anything. I don't know if it's making any sense to the non-musicians, but here's another way to put it. On the piano, there's only 12 notes. The piano looks really big, and you're like, wait a second, I thought there was 88 keys. There are 88 keys, but it's the same series of notes repeating each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now it's going to go again. 4, 5, 6, 7. 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to go again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so even though the piano looks so big, there's only 12 notes on it. So basically, what the 12-tone scale is it's saying there are no rules. You can use any of the notes on the piano and you don't have to land anywhere and you don't have to go anywhere. So essentially, one might think that if I just bang on the piano, that I'm playing the 12-tone scale. And technically I am, because it's the 12-tone scale. I could do anything with it. So the question is, oh, and by the way, like a little history, Arnold Schoenberg was an Austrian composer in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I feel like he died in like 1950 and was born in the late 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he was the first one to do it. Like maybe aliens did it first. I don't know. But he's known as the person to start to compose with it because he wanted to break the boundaries of there being boundaries. He wanted to break the boundaries in music, and he didn't want to stick to these traditional compositional techniques, and he wanted to, expand that. So is it music is the question. In my opinion, it is, yes, but to me, there still needs to be, if I just bang on the piano like a baby does, like, to me, that's not what makes it music. To me, what makes music is, one, it's like an intentionally organized sound. Now I'm actually contradicting myself because it's not always organized. Organized isn't the right word. Intentional. It's intentional. I think music is an intentional sound that elicits an emotional response from the listener. So this is kind of abstract to even explain this to you, but again, if I just bang on the piano, to me that's not intentional. I'm technically using the 12-tone scale, but I have no intention behind what I just did. There was nothing there. What if I do it in a way with intention? I actually have something in my head that I'm trying to think of. So now I'm going to actually play the 12-tone scale. And again, it's almost like the 12-tone scale doesn't exist because I can technically do what I want, but we already went over that. So now I'm going to play with I'm just going to feel it. I probably just scared the shit out of my neighbors, but I wanted to give you a little example. So I was just feeling it there. I was playing, I wasn't just banging on the keys. I was trying to feel some type of rhythm or some type of forward motion. It was totally improvised, so I didn't have a story or a mood behind it. But to me, give me your opinion. For the musicians or non-musicians, is that technically music? You tell me. I think it is. Because again, I feel like something like that could be in Tom and Jerry. It can be very cinematic, or it can be very expressive. It could be very expressive. It could be very cinematic. I wouldn't sing that. I don't think I would sing 12-tone music. I wouldn't just go blah, 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 you know what I mean? I wouldn't use it in that context, but I think in the context of a piano, I think especially the piano, I feel like it works very well with the piano, but other instruments as well. I think it's definitely music, and you could agree with me or disagree with me, but I'm curious to know your opinion in the comment section below. Is wacky stuff like that, is that you consider that music, or do you not? I think it does. I think it is music, but we'll see what you guys think.